Hi everyone, welcome to the iChannel tree. iChannel education channels, the third part of the number system lesson. Today we are going to discuss the third part of the number systems lesson. I hope that you have watched the previous lessons. If you miss any of the lessons, you can subscribe to my iTree education channel and got all these videos. Okay, today we'll start the third part of the lesson. Before we start the third part, we try to summarize what we have discussed in the last lesson. So in the last lesson, we have discussed how can we convert a number from decimal base 10 to other bases. This is a very simple method. What you do is you simply divide the number by the required base. You continuously divide your number by the required base. Always remember to write the remainders. Whatever remainder you got, you have noted down separately. At last, you write all these remainder from end to start. Divide the number continuously by the required base, write the remainders from end to start. This is the method how can you convert any decimal number to any other base. Okay, today we will start our lesson. Today we are going to discuss how can we convert from another base to decimal. For example, how to convert a number from binary to decimal, octal to decimal, hexadecimal to decimal. The method is so simple. What you do is you write the positional value of those numbers in your number. You write the positional value relevant to the numbers in your number. Then you multiply the given number by the positional value. You multiply the number with the positional number. Then you add these numbers together. You add all the values you got together. Then you can get the conversion from any base to decimal. We'll get few examples. Then we can better understand how could we do these calculations. So first we will discuss how to convert a binary number into decimal. We will get this example. You want to convert 5 ones and 0 1 1. This binary number has to be converted into decimal. You write the numbers something like this. But remember, you write these numbers with a sufficient space. You split the number a little bit because you want to get little bit bigger numbers sometimes. Then you split these numbers when you are writing. You have enough space to write these values and do the calculations. So better to write these numbers with enough gaps. Spread the numbers as given in the screen. Then you write the positional value of these things. So first portion is 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2. It goes something like that. Then you get the real value of these portions. So it is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, some. Then you multiply these numbers by the positional value. Then you get something like this. Then you add these numbers together, you get something like this. We'll get this one in another way. This also you could do. You write the numbers to down. You write the positional value of these things. You get the real values. Then you multiply these two together. Then you get the value something like this. Then you add together. So 5 ones and 0 1 1 will get 251 as the decimal value. We get one more example. 1 0 1 1 0 1. You are converting into decimal. 1 0 1 1 0 1 in binary. You are converting into decimal. You will see that one. You write with gaps. You write the positional value of these 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1. It goes. You write the real values. Then you multiply these two together. 1 into 1 1, 2 into 0 0, 4 into 1 4, 8 into 1 8, 16 into 0 0, 32 into 1 32. Then you add together. It gets 45. 1 0 1 1 0 1 in binary you get as the decimal 45. You can do this one in this way as well. Write the positional values, write the real positional values, multiply these things together, you get something like this. Okay, now we get a little bit of exercises. 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 from binary to decimal. 1 2 zeros, 4 ones, 0 1 0 from binary to decimal. 1 6 zeros, 1 0 from binary to decimal. You do these things in yourself, then you verify with my answers. I am giving you the answers just to verify your answers. I always request you to do these things by yourself and verify your answers with these answers. If the answer is different, you may have made some mistakes in between. Try to do it again. Try to do it again and find out where the mistake is. You have to practice this one. When you practice, you get better understanding and practice on this one. So these answers are given just to verify your answer. Please do these exercises and verify your answers whether your answers are correct. If the answers are not matching, you may have made mistakes somewhere. Then you try to do it again as a fresh work. Then you can better do the things. Okay. If you convert 10101111 into decimal, you get 347. When you convert 1, 2 zeros, 4 ones, 0, 1 0 into decimal, you get 634. When you convert 6 zeros, 1 0 into decimal, you get 256. Now we are going to convert from octal to decimal. The method is same. You multiply by the base values, then you add together. We'll get few examples and try to practice how could we do these things. Okay, now we are going to convert 377 from octal to decimal. Write these numbers with enough space. You have to have enough gaps. Spread the number. Then you give the positional values, a to the power 0, a to the power 1, a to the power 2. Then you see 1, 8, 64. Then you multiply these things together. So 1 multiplied by 7, it is 7. 8 by 7 is 56. 63 by 3 is 192. Then you get the total value. You total up these things. The total will be 255. When you convert 377 from octal to decimal, your answer will be 255 decimal. Okay, this one can be done in this way as well. You write the positional values. It is 1, 8, 64. You multiply these things together. You get something like this. Then you add together. It is 255. Okay. We make one more. 75 from octal to decimal. Write with gaps. Enough space. Then it is 8 to the power 0, 8 to the power 1. Then it is 1 and 8. You multiply together. Then you get 556. So it is getting the 61. So when you convert 75 from octal to decimal, you get the 61 in decimal. Okay. Now you can do these exercises. As I told you earlier, try to do these things yourself and verify your answers. 533 from octal to decimal. 1342 from octal to decimal. 374 from octal to decimal. Check your answers. I hope you are doing yourself. You are verifying the answers. You did it correctly. It is 347. This is 738. This is 252. Okay. We go for next one. Now we are going to convert hexadecimal numbers into decimal. This hexadecimal is a very different, very special. As you know, there should be 16 different symbols. The symbols will be 0, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you get A for 10, B for 11, C, D, E and F for 50. This has to be known. So you have 6 different letters from A to F to represent 10 to 50. Okay. Now we are going to convert a number. It is 237 hexadecimal to decimal. You write with gaps. Write the value of these things now. 6 to the power 0, 6 to the power 1, 6 to the power 2. So now it is 1. 16 to the power 0 is 1. 16 to the power 1, 16. 6 to the power 2, 256. You multiply these things together. So 1 multiplied by 7, 7. 16 multiplied by 3, 48. 256 multiplied by 2, 512. You add these things together. You get the answer 567. So when you convert 237 from hexadecimal to decimal, you get 567. You can do this one this way as well. As you know, you write the positional values. When you multiply these things together, then you get 1 by 7, 7, 16 by 3, 48, 256 by 2, 512. Then you add together, it is 567. We will get one more, 20f, 20f from hexadecimal to decimal. You write something like this. You know f is 15. It is better to write something like this. Then you can better understand what is the value of f. So when you write the f as 15, when you try to multiply, it makes your life simple and easier. So always try to note it down. If it is A, 10. If it is B, 11. If it is 15, f. So you multiply now. These are the positional values. It's 1, 16, 256. You multiply together. 1 by f, 1 by 15. It is 15. Then 16 to the 0, it is 0. 256 by 2, 512. You add together, you get this value. When you convert 20f into decimal, you get 527. Now we convert another number, 2d. 2d from hexadecimal to decimal. So now you write with enough gaps d. D is 13. Okay, now you give the positional values. Write the values there. Then multiply together. 1 into d, that is 1 into 13. Okay, now you get, when you convert 2d from hexadecimal to decimal, the value will be 45. Okay, we get some examples. Now you try to do some exercises. Okay, CF from hexadecimal to decimal. 9ED from hexadecimal to decimal. 7A6 from hexadecimal to decimal. We convert it. Again, I am requesting you to do yourself and verify your answers with these answers. So these answers are given to you just to verify your answers. You try to do yourself and find out the answers, then verify with these answers. If these answers are missing, mismatching with your answers, that means you may have made some mistakes somewhere. You try to check your way how you did it. Then you can verify where your mistake is. So now when you convert CF from hexadecimal to decimal, it becomes 207. So if you say 9ED, it is 2541. When you convert 7A6 from hexadecimal to decimal, you get 1958. Okay, today we have discussed how to convert a number from another base to decimal. The method is very simple. You multiply the given number by the positional value. You multiply the number with the positional value, then you add all these things together. You multiply your value by the positional values, then you add all those values together. Then you get the conversion. Okay, I hope you have learned a lot of things today. So this is the end of the part 3. I hope you got a lot of knowledge. Please subscribe to this channel. I will be posting a lot of videos regarding the algebra subject. So you can get all these things once you subscribe to this channel. I request you to subscribe kindly. At the same time, you share this with your friends. So sharing will help your friends to get knowledge. Share this one with your old friends, whoever want to learn these parts, and put a like. If you need any more additional notes or anything, you can email to me to the given email address, or you can contact me with this telephone number. You can get any notes from Sinhala medium or English medium. I will be providing in the both media. So I am posting all the videos with the both media. You can watch my Sinhala video as well. So this will help you to gain knowledge on ICT. So I kindly request you to subscribe to my i3 education channel and share it among your friends. Make a like. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Thanks.